So who are y'all? Who the fuck are, I mean, hey, we're here. It's Aces. We got Drax.
I mean, it's Pride Month. You could have said we're here, we're queer. Nobody would have cared.
I mean, this is the Saloon Scuffle. We have some guests tonight. So introduce yourself.
More than we expected, for sure.
Hello, my name is Charles Telford. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I'm an artist.
Of
Fucking
course
he
you
went
are.
there.
I'm an artist, and I
Fucking
do
New York.
EDM and I promote on the side.
Yankee.
My name's Luke Davis. I'm from
Marlow, Oklahoma, just down the road. I work in sales, and I was just asked to come on as a local voice.
Nice.
From the
Well,
area.
you know, if you're talking to that thing that's right there, not the dick he's holding in his hand, but if you're talking to that, it will pick you up.
That is kind of a portable dick.
I'm Kevin Hahn. I'm originally from Western Oklahoma. I farm and ranch for a living, and as Luke said, I just was asked to come on as a local voice.
So wait, you're from Western Oklahoma, and you drove all this way to sit in on this?
Hey, so I live in Lawton now. I live south of Lawton.
So he was born in Western Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So you
Born and
came
raised.
you came to hell for no goddamn reason
I
other
did.
than
It's
just
fucking
needed a
bullshit.
change.
I figured it out fast.
To be our token local native.
I know it's bullshit. I need a raise.
One more.
All right.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yep, it's my turn. Yeah, I'm Keith. I'm a DJ, producer. I'm in electronic music, and this event just kind of fell in my lap. So, I mean, what I do on the side is, music, and what I do is I work in the Army. So I have two different lifestyles that I work out with.
And-
Oh, wait, so
and
you're also
blowjobs
active.
behind the bar.
I'm also active
You're
duty.
also active duty Army.
Yep.
Yes.
So we have two active members, and then we have two fuck offs.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So now we're here, and we've got Drax and we've got Aces, and of
If
course
you put your headphones on, you can hear most of what's going on.
we have Frankie.
It's crazy.
That is he's our Ethiopian warlord.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
He's actually been with us since before we even started trying to do any kind of podcast.
We acquired him through Questionable Means / Hobby Lobby.
right.
So,
And
things
even-
outside of Hobby Lobby. essentially.
Even that was questionable.
Yeah. So we knew a guy, and he did things, and he acquired that for us. It's
right,
mostly
well-
mouth things.
Okay, so Drax, I will start asking questions if you don't mind, because I can't get around there. If you don't mind pouring up some Tinky Tinks,
All right, that's fine with me. I'm far too drunk already, so
we got to start the episode with Tinky Tinks.
this is a new territory for us because I was drunk when I got here. So
The other glasses are down there on the first top shelf.
we're just gonna do plastic ones today.
That's fine. We'll do the
Oh,
skull and
that's
crossbones.
fine.
Fuck it. Whiskey.
It's not that often that you get invited to a podcast.
Where's the black flag?
All right, gentlemen.
I
So,
like the red flag because there's nobody survives that one.
all right, gentlemen. So here we are. Y'all volunteered to come on, and brought some fun people with you. I hope they're fun. I mean, they're fucking drinking a goddamn peach beer, for Christ's sakes.
It's not that bad, all right?
Kevin's been looking far and wide
Wow.
for.
I mean,
people
trying.
this is the difference between a Gen Xer and
America.
y'all.
Here's the main problem is it's not like we just stumbled across this. Oh, Kevin was hunting this stuff all over the state, stopping at
Really?
every store we went past, seeing if we could find this bush peach.
I made a bush apple.
And he
Bush
finally
apple.
tracked it
I
down.
found it. I found
Wait,
it yesterday.
There's a
Right-
bush apple
There
too.
was. They just
They have it. No, they have it. It's the
discontinued.
Sheridan. There's a Sheridan Walmart.
Leave, go, get it now.
No, there's a liquor store.
down.
There's a liquor store not too far away. Make a right off. I don't know what
Oh
store.
yeah,
it's
crazy
called.
lady.
So just went in there. It's like, you got this? And she's like, I got this. And I was like, all right.
Shady lady, not
Shady
crazy
lady.
Shady lady.
Crazy lady's the next door neighbor.
Actually, she would kick my ass for saying crazy lady. So yeah,
So
shady
right there,
lady.
She's like, I was like, do you have this? She's like, yeah, right back there. I was like, okay, yeah, cool, take some. And just went right in.
Go a little longer on your mic.
Like this?
Nope.
No.
No.
Hold it further away.
This.
Hold it
this.
further away. There you go.
There you- like
That's
right there.
better.
Put it further in the
I
throat.
wasn't
like a deep
sure
throat
because it
board
sounded
thing.
like it's like the like, okay. There we go.
There you go.
All right.
You gonna deep throat that?
Yeah, just for you.
Well, then let me know when you're done, so I'll throw it away.
That I gotta
Hey,
take that
that's
back.
not our mic, so it's okay.
Yeah, I gotta take that home with me.
hang out with Keith too much.
Oh,
bars.
that's your mic?
That is my mic, yeah.
Yeah, Keith
Good luck on
Keith using our
sanitizing that
mic.
motherfucker.
No, I'm not.
Merry Christmas.
Nike.
Yeah, pass them around.
Happy New Year.
Oh man.
Whatever Merry Kwanzaa
There you go,
is.
sir.
One of our deals is a tinky tank. That's what we call our shots.
Happy birthday.
Because generally when we do the glass, they go tinky tank. So
Okay.
tinky tank.
I think that's everybody got one.
Yep.
Don't
I
spill
got
on
one
equipment.
Yeah, you spill my equipment, you owe me $1,000 minimum, even if it's a $40 microphone. I don't care. That's how this works.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cheers.
Here we go. Take a tank.
Bush latte.
That was good.
Okay, so you guys are into your DJs. And what do you DJ specifically?
So I got into DJing about a year ago. My friend, he's going to come up later in this podcast.
Wait, is he going to show up or come up?
No. He's going to come up because he's doing the lighting
okay.
for us.
Nice.
Up. Yeah.
We got an all-star.
I'm still going to see if we can do live on this, and people are just going to jump in where they
Yeah,
jump
we,
in, and I don't fucking care.
You do what you do, bro.
So-
we got this going.
I mean, growing up, I was listening to like techno music. Like it was always underground. I remember my first techno song was Raver's Fantasy, and
I mean, you do have the nose for it.
I do.
It's got the tech.
Well, that's been
It's
broken
got
a couple
the techno
times.
note.
Yeah, but I didn't get into it because I was doing security for a lot of events that was doing techno music, and I was like, oh, this is so easy, anybody can do it. But
Right.
I have a musical experience, and then I don't know, I just woke up one day and my buddy Matthew was like, well, we should do this, and it just kind of grew with it from there. And then I had to move from Nashville to here, and now I'm like doing it here, and I have to conquer my local market, which is Lawton, Oklahoma. And
Right.
this is going to come up a lot, but Lawton, Oklahoma is an untapped area, EDM. Everybody.
Well, yeah, for that style of music, for that style of culture, it really is.
It's very much so.
It is.
It's like when we were talking, because we met the other night at Sidebar when we were on live. There's some in Dallas. There's some in Kansas City. There's some a few that we know
Hopefully
about
pick up the right. Oh, there we go.
in Oklahoma City, but
3, 2, 1, we're
like
live.
nothing
So
in Dallas.
what we have though, like, so all those places you just mentioned, the one thing I think it makes like Lawton or like Oklahoma unique,
Right.
is that you go to Medicine Park, it gives you like that old, like, 80s, 90s like California vibe that it's like what California used to be type
Right,
of deal. Like
yeah.
what you wear, like the aesthetic, like that
Now
vibe that you want.
is that where that style of music started?
It's not really where it started, but it's where it became Americanized. If that that
Okay,
makes sense.
okay,
It kind
that
of
makes sense.
took on an American.
That's a European kind
It's
of
a, it's a
thing,
very,
isn't
it's
it?
a
Is it
very, it's a
European?
very, very Euro.
Because
thing.
I'll be honest, I listened to it. I went and I'm going to use an older term, and you use this term when we were at Sidebar. Rave.
Yep, it's a
Yes.
When I was a
Yes.
kid, and I'm going to say an early biker, I'd go to a rave with 4 other bikers, and we're the only fucking bikers there, and people are looking at us like, "Are you stupid?
What are you doing
Wait,
here?
do you know where you
this
are?"
is?
It'll serve your
And
kind.
okay, I know exactly where I'm
Exactly.
at, and I would
You love it.
I would be able to at that time spout and tout names and DJs and so on and so forth. So we got to have fun too. But Lawton is not known for that.
It'll be okay. It always does it, even on my internet. That is fucking
Oh, you were talking about that.
badass. Yeah, I don't
that
get it.
Sidebar, yeah.
It's one of those things.
So
It'll go away.
you were nodding your head a whole lot. Huh? You were nodding your head a whole lot when they were talking. Is this a scene that you want to see come into play and come about?
Most definitely. I'm always open to new things. And me and Keith met at Scooters, and then I met Charles, and then we all kind of started hanging
Guys,
out.
I
and then-
DJ in other genres such as
Yeah.
country music.
He does everything. Well, and then he came. We threw a party out at his place, and he played a bunch of music. And I was like, "Hey, that was actually really, really good." I was like, "So,
I can
Right.
shake my ass to that. I'm okay with it.
yeah."
Yes.
100%.
Impromptu pool
Wait,
party on a
wait.
Monday night, guys.
On a Monday
Monday
night,
night
it
pool
was
party,
a
we
good
had
time.
hellheads pull up.
I suddenly got this visual of a Far Side style cartoon with him twerking.
If it makes you feel any
I don't
better, the
know.
only visuals he truly gets are Far Side cartoons.
I don't think you are all.
But that goes to show his
It's
age.
like fuzzy
Yes,
screen. It's like,
yes.
like the animations like loaded.
It's like 1920s newspaper. It's just everything is hand drawn.
You see like the black and white going across
Yeah.
the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. And a Far Side cartoon of him sitting how he's sitting, and then suddenly he just jumps up, turns around, and starts twerking, and I'm like, wait,
See,
what?
I see him
That's
just
wrong.
100% Tina twerk all day.
See, I like
The roast session of Kevin has begun.
Fucking
So
Bob's
when-
Burgers,
so when
Tina
I get
twerk
drunk
all
at the
day.
bar, I do the worm. Is what I do.
Yeah, you
I don't twerk. I do
does.
the worm. That's what I do.
What happens in your bedroom stays in your bedroom.
That's
All right,
It
I'm
doesn't
gonna
have to
need,
come
I'm gonna
over
need you
this.
guys to move because we're on live and I need him to do the worm right now.
Oh yeah, we can.
Right there.
He's sitting
Right now.
there.
Do the worm.
Oh, they're moving. Do it.
Yeah. Oh no, this is a serious conversation that we have going on right now. Like, just don't kick nothing.
No, move that chair.
Yeah, no, the chair's gonna come over here. He's gonna do the worm right there.
Come all the way out of the way.
We got to see this.
I'm like even redirectioning my mic so I can see this and talk about it.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Get it, girl.
Well, he got it. There it is.
That
Holy
was
crap!
the worm.
And you're how old?
22.
That's why you can still do that.
Yeah, right. Because I can so not do
His
that.
balls haven't dropped. They don't hit the floor yet.
Wrapped around my ankle. We're working on it.
Moving along. So, EDM.
EDM, I have no knowledge of the subject. I've never been around it. I've never been to
So then, what the fuck are you doing here?
That pool party, he got hyped though. Like,
Yeah. So that's the only experience I had was when we had that impromptu pool party on a Monday, and I just know Keith got me really drunk one night. He was out there playing music, and I was just drinking.
For the record, he's old enough. He's 22.
Absolutely.
He is old enough. It may not look it, but he is old enough.
But yeah, no, I started jamming with it, and then they told me about this event that they were having, and I said I'd love to help out in any way I could. So.
Oh, so you're not to be facetious or sarcastic. You're one of the volunteers helping out with the event
Right.
and supporting it and helping to get it to come off, because volunteers, I mean, you got guys that do what they can to get it going,
Right.
and they run and they talk to the sponsors, and they're the ones that are signing contracts and so on and so forth. But it's guys like you that actually help it pull off.
I'm a roadie
Right.
that they actually want to be there. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Right.
He's a cool roadie.
I'm a cool roadie.
So you do something
Yeah, so
He does stuff.
as
Right.
opposed to
Yes.
just be at free shows.
He has really good he has really good camera skills. Like if you guys need some solo shots or some other things done, like he's your
Okay.
guy.
Yeah,
He's good.
I'm
No, and
I was
no,
thinking Chippendales,
feel
but,
free to
you know.
fucking, you want to take pictures while you're here, feel free. Like, we're good with it. Like, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't have a
Just
problem.
make sure that either one of y'all or him sends it to me or him.
Yeah.
So that we can
Right.
put it out,
Yep,
do
yep,
some,
absolutely.
do all
I
the things.
appreciate that.
So this gig and this event y'all are talking about, when is that coming up?
All right, guys. This event's coming on July 15th. Is the
15th.
EDM.
Okay, I thought it was 17th.
It's a-
I thought it was 17th as well.
July 15th is Saturday.
Just
It's
stack
the
two,
Medicine
just in
Park
case.
EDM.
Well, fuck.
Nice.
EDM takeover. Yeah, we're handing out a couple business cards right now. Tickets are on sale on eventbrite.com. We're also on EDM Train, so check us out there. And can I go ahead and announce like the big news
Do
we
it.
got? All
Yeah,
right.
We've been
yeah.
waiting for you since
So
you
you
fucking
got-
got here, man.
Big,
got big
10
news.
minutes ago, big stuff happened. So a good friend of mine,
Well, it
Johnny-
wasn't 10 minutes ago because he was being stupid.
yeah,
10
I was
minutes
about to
ago.
say, all right, before I
Just
get
before we started the
we
podcast.
locked in a very big name local DJ here in Oklahoma City. And for all you guys that are watching this, Johnny Starseed is going to be the headliner here at this event. And he is opening
Nice.
for Crank Dat this Friday at the OKC Farmers Market. Shameless plug, but I had to add Crank Dat. He's opening for Crank Dat, and he's going to be doing our event. So with that being said, it's going to be a one hell of a show. We have a professional light designer coming from Nashville, Tennessee,
Okay.
to do our lights to help us with this show and make it the best thing that Medicine Park can
So
obviously
give us the particulars before you continue. I know I interrupted, but before you continue, give us some particulars. Then you can go into some specifics.
All right, particulars as in it's electronic.
Who, what, when, why, how, where.
All right, so Medicine Park, it's going to be at the main stage. It's on Lake Road. It's like right there in the downtown market. It's going to be July 15th from 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. We're going to have 4 DJs lined up. It's going to be Johnny Starseed as a headliner, Evo, Forge Prodigy, which is myself, and DJ Sputnik. We're all going to be playing live music.
Is he Russian?
Actually,
Is he Russian?
He's Ukrainian.
okay,
Sputnik
I've
is
heard
Ukrainian.
of DJ Sputnik.
Yeah,
And,
he's
I mean, I'm a 48-year-old white guy.
Yep, yeah, he's.
Yeah, so we have it's going to be quite the show. Evo is flying out on a helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
Show. He's going to land a helicopter in the field right next to
Can
the
I
show.
go on the helicopter?
So that's part of the reason.
I was like,
That's
hey.
part of the reason he's here is because we want to get some aerial shots of like the whole thing going up.
Wait,
like,
who's here?
I'm going with you.
You're pointing with a bottle.
Yeah, no,
I was
there's-
like,
I'm going with you.
Are here with us.
There
And
will
for
be
some reason, I bring rope with me in the helicopter.
there will be.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. There will be fireworks. There will
Okay.
be food trucks. There will
Okay.
be a helicopter. right? We do have a DJ flying in on a helicopter.
Been set to play out with us.
We're gonna have a fantastic light show coming from Nashville, Tennessee. Like this,
We should
Medicine
talk about
Park
that.
has never seen anything like this.
Well, I don't think that this part of Oklahoma, because even if you go to Fort Sill, okay, I don't think that even Fort Sill has seen
no, not the likes of this.
from what it sounds like. Now, what I will say is, I don't know if you're aware, but I'm going to throw him under the bus.
All right.
He invited us to come out and do a live.
Okay.
So we'll come out.
I trust him. Like if he sees something and I don't see him there, like I trust him 100%
So
of the
Well,
way.
you guys are here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Like,
And
Hi,
I'll
guys.
be honest, I would have thought he'd have told you before now, because that was a week ago.
No, it wasn't. It was like 3 days ago.
Oh no, like, yeah,
It was Friday.
we don't need to tell each other.
4 days ago.
It's okay. I drew these last night. We printed them this morning. Like it's like everything is like so. To give you a little background,
We
what I
need to
do.
get with you.
Yeah, no, I was actually about to say the same thing. When this is done, we will, we would gladly fucking contract you
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got you.
for coming up with an actual logo.
So like to go back to what Keith said, I was filling
Yeah,
his
I was
lap.
gonna say,
Right?
let's get back.
I back home in New York. Me and one of my best friends from high school. We used to promote. We put on concerts. We put on a Little Tekka concert. He's like a big rap artist, hip hop. We did that back home. And you usually need about
Right.
120 days, and sometimes more, but generally it's about 120 days is the minimum standard to project out and start getting all
Generally, yeah.
generally
And
get all
I
this
can see
promotion
that.
done, all this stuff going.
I mean, shit, a high school band does it at least
we
90
found
days.
out about like I found out that Keith is like, hey, I need your help with this, man. Like last week he's like, hey, he came to me, he's like, look, I know you know how to do a little bit of this. Is like, hey man, I got you. So like I started going, this is like we're gonna like I kind of like went around, and I'm not from here. I don't know the scene too well, but I kind of went out
Well,
and just did some.
I mean, none of y'all motherfuckers are from here.
I did some forensics. I did
All
some
these
Marlo.
fucking Yankees.
I did some
he's from
forensics,
Marlo.
right? So like, I went up to
I'm not a
OKC.
Yankee.
Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Marlo is not.
He's Marlo.
Marlo
He's
is
close
not
enough.
Lawton.
He's close enough.
I grew up just far enough outside of Lawton that I
We weren't asking you.
God,
So I did some.
Rush Springs is the closest thing that's not Lawton that counts.
I did some feeling out, and I looked around.
Yeah.
I was like saying like, hey, like what's what around here, right? Because I'm thinking about like there isn't, like as you said, there isn't like a scene, like there isn't like a really like a venue,
And there's
to, like,
not.
There's not. But
I
there's,
enjoy that kind
but
of
there's
music.
there's people here who obviously love it. And like you go talk to like some of the local waiters, waitresses, like go talk to like some of the people like just out and about, right? You
Beer
go,
assistant.
You can go around like Walmart, for example, like talk to some people. They're like, yeah,
all you
I'd
gotta
love
do.
to. I'd love to check it out. So thinking to myself, how can we create like event like Medicine Park and really play off the fact
Bottom
it's like
up,
an
yeah,
indie
you
scene,
got it.
right?
Get it, girl.
So we went around. I talked to Keith. It's like, look, we need to play off the fact that Medicine Park is kind of like a niche. It's kind of like not really a
Pregame.
secret, but it's kind of like an untapped. It's like it's untapped potential.
Medicine Park used to be a secret. Okay. I don't know if you guys know the history of Medicine Park.
Not too a little bit.
I
Probably
would-
shouldn't know too much of it, though.
But well, actually, what I was going to suggest is look into it, because it goes back to like reservation and Fort Sill days, like the beginnings of. I would say go back and look at it before you do your show. I don't think it'll have an impact on your show, because Medicine Park today is different than then. But I think you should look at
Just
it.
get an understanding of what
Get
it is.
an understanding of what Medicine Park is versus how it started.
how it started.
What I will also say is that, so actually it's not even a is that, it's a, what makes you think that there's a market here
Oh, I got that.
for EDM
I'll tag team it.
type,
Yeah. So
the electronic dance music type music and parties or get-togethers in this? What makes you think that there's a market for it in this area?
So that when I first got to Fort Sill, I was like, all right, I like EDM music. Where is this at? And I started looking. I found a place called Flux OKC, and I found a great group of people. I'm going to name
Yeah.
off a few guys:
Flux.
Ryan, Electric
Go ahead.
Rhino,
Shout out.
Trek. His name is Grand, Soldier X. Like all these wonderful, great DJs are out there in OKC, killing it in this underground market. And I've started
Right.
to notice anytime I go to certain events.
Wait. And you're saying underground market.
So talk about Flux.
It's
Talk about Flux. That's a great
Flux
start.
is this underground nightclub that's open from 12 to 5 every Saturday that plays like this kind of house music.
Okay.
And
old school.
it's
It's very old
underground
school.
and
It's
it's
great.
like
Love it. I'm old school.
You would love
No,
it.
this
You would-
is-
you should check
this
it out.
is old
You would
school
love
house
it.
music we're
You
talking
want
about.
ancient school.
You would
You could pull them up
ancient school.
on
With
Google.
what you said, like the
Yeah.
whole biker gang, you would like it a lot.
So-
That
Okay.
scene, yeah.
But then I started to realize, like, I went to a festival out in Turner Falls, and it was
Okay.
like the same people that I started seeing that were in OKC, and I started to realize like people from all over Oklahoma go to OKC for this techno music because that's only where it's at.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is, if they
And that's
could,
what I was saying earlier about, OKC, Kansas City, Dallas. When I did the
Yeah.
research and I looked it up, I was like, there's
nothing.
there's
very
like
underground.
zero.
So it's
here.
like to add to what Keith is saying is like, so think about like California, think about like influencer culture, think what influencer culture has done to an event like Burning Man, right? People want to go to experience like a Burning Man type event, but you
Right.
go to a Burning Man type event, it's like it's hella expensive, like it's hard to get to, it's hard to access, it's hard for like common everyday people who want to go out there and experience it. They can't. It's not easily within an arm's reach type of thing.
Except we could probably help you with doing that type of event.
So
the
that's-
type of event that you're talking about holding is not a Burning Man.
It's not a
type
Burning Man
event.
type event,
Okay.
but what it does is it gets people like it gets them towards it. Like if
It's a
that
cock
makes
tease of
sense.
what it
yeah,
could
it's
be.
a cock tease of what it could be, very
Okay,
much so.
okay.
And Madison Park, the whole idea behind it, what Keith and I saw was like, holy cow, we went out, looked at that stage, like we're kind of like in the mountains. It's kind of like a rural, but like not too rural. But it's like a beautiful atmosphere. Like
Yeah.
we can really make a go off
Right.
this, and people I think would like entirely be drawn to it, especially based upon the culture you've encountered in a place
and,
like OKC.
and here's another thing. I was just at a show Sunday, and I was talking to people about it. Like, hey, I'm doing a show in Medicine Park. People in OKC, like the common reaction was, "What's Medicine Park? Oh, it's just near Lawton, and it's in the mountains." And the next thing was like, "Wait, Oklahoma has mountains?" So there's a lot of potential in Medicine Park of like people
Oh, yeah.
just don't know what's out here in the mountains in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and Medicine
different
Park's a
vibe.
beautiful thing for lots of different things, like for events like that, for riding motorcycles like me and
Yep.
Aces do, and
Yep.
like what Keith does.
we actually go through the refuge frequently.
Oh,
beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful
Yeah,
riding.
It's a great ride, and it is a very it's a hidden gem. There's lots of hidden
gotta go
gems in
ride.
Oklahoma,
Exactly.
but that one is one that is definitely a hidden gem, especially now that they've kind of modernized it and stuff like that. But you
Yeah,
still have a lot of the old buildings that
It
are
is still a little
used for
hippie.
new stuff.
It's still a little old. Still
But-
a little old attitude.
But it's not as old as it used to be. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, which
Sorry,
was
Drax.
only like 15 years ago, right? When I was young.
Speak into the
You were
microphone.
what, 10?
Yeah, right. So even then, the only thing that was in Medicine Park was the Plantation Restaurant and a rubber duck. That big.
Oh
rubber
yeah,
duck.
so you were 10.
Don't forget fucking Riverwalk. It's been there since I was fucking
actually,
5.
Riverwalk's
Tripping, this
been
is
there.
But
1910.
Harley, Harley's
Well, but
new.
wait, you are correct.
I know. I
Not to interrupt you, you
So
are correct.
I read the menu at the park. Is it what you call it?
The Park Tavern?
Well,
Ta-
I don't know
Park
if that's
Tavern?
accurate.
I don't know if it's accurate, but like that's what I'm saying. You should read. I was interested when you said I read the history because I was a history major in school. So what's the circle back to that? Continue.
Circle
Yeah,
back
but-
that, put a pin in it.
The development in this place, even in
Oh,
Medicine
yeah.
Park, over the last 10, 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
It covered this much ground. It covered a huge area of modernization in such a short amount of time, and it was so old for so long, and it took that long. Now we've got Harley popping up in there with a brand new restaurant and shop.
Well, and a shop. Yeah, sorry.
And shop, yeah, and that's a branch off of their
Wait,
back down.
he is
here.
far too pretty, and apparently he's not as stupid as he looks.
It's the hair,
roast
though.
of Luke.
It's the hair.
It's the hair.
It's the
that does
hair.
it. I
It's
gotta
the
put a
hair and
hat
the
on it.
partial mustache.
I mean, growing up like
Partial.
Right, but you have a mustache from here,
Everything but the middle.
but nothing here.
growing out like Carrot Top, you might be okay.
He says I have it shaved in about 6 months.
He's trying, okay?
Trying
It,
here.
it took you 6 months.
Yeah, this is where we're at after 6 months of growing.
This is
No,
a
I'm-
month.
I know a guy that can give you some stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
We know a guy.
Needs
Right
to
now.
We
change.
know a guy.
Well, no, this is natural. Like I didn't have to.
No, I believe you.
This
That-
is
that
shorter
guy that
than
you
it
know?
was 3 years ago.
So, Medicine Park is in this case with what you guys are trying to do. Medicine Park is an obvious venue.
Very much so.
Very.
So, what kind of advertise you guys doing?
You want to hit that or?
So we're going old school.
Yes, Travis.
We're going
Yes.
we're going old school with it.
And his mustache is it's a mystery. Because currently
It's
for those of
not
you that
a
are
mystery.
listening,
It's a mystery.
for those of you that are listening later on down the road, we're also live right now. So we're replying to messages as they come on the screen. So that's my buddy. So this is my buddy Travis. He's a good friend of mine.
The back yo had be ridiculous.
Oh my God! Yes, that was fucking great.
Yeah, but it's the biggest cock you guys have ever seen in your life.
Well, I don't know.
And again, the mustache it's there in person.
It's very
On
blonde.
camera, you can't really
It's
tell.
very blonde.
Chuck, you forgot. Look,
Blonde, I dyed it last week.
You're going old school. I'm going old school.
No, but that's that combination to it. I think is what makes what makes it so good. Going back to what we talked about, we had
Yes,
such
sir.
short notice, right? And
Wait, let me see your ring. Okay.
While you're looking, I just want to say the
you can.
the closed captions are not right at all. Good. Like somebody here is named Miguel.
Miguel.
So-
Who's Miguel?
Yeah,
That's
probably this fucking
this
guy.
fucker, he's Miguel.
So going back to that, like back in New York, we
Mind
take
if I hand it to him?
we'd have like go ahead, yeah. We'd have like 120 days or so to promote, and you talk to vendors ahead of time, you get all that set up.
That's
right?
a badass ring.
So we were looking at it here and,
And a badass individual.
I was thinking to myself, it's like, hey, how do we like connect to people, give them something like we have a special place. How do we take that special place and create a special event, right?
Well, see, and I'm going to interrupt you. How do you create a community?
So the community, I have to say, I didn't really create any. I kind of stumbled upon it. I stumbled upon it through what Keith showed me when we went to OKC. We saw some of the underground scene.
But is that in Lawton?
It is to a degree. It is to a degree. The problem is that a lot of people in Lawton will make the trip from Lawton to go to OKC or go
Right.
someplace else like that. Like we had a friend this past weekend. It was her birthday. She has a similar taste in music. She went all the way down to Dallas and spent a weekend in Dallas for a festival. Right?
Yeah, but that's one friend.
It's one friend. It's one friend, but she brought a whole friend group with her. Right.
Right.
So that ties back to these. I was thinking to myself,
Hey,
it's
the
like,
cards are awesome.
the car. So see, like, how if we have a special place, and if let's say you're on the ballot, let's say you're on the ballot like a club, you're at the night, you're at the bar, right? And you have some friends, you're out there with them. You're like, you see some people you vibe with, they're cool. You meet them in the bar. You're like, hey, there's this concert coming up in like a week. You should come out.
Hang on. I'm going to do a teaching session. If you don't, it comes over all the mics.
Oh, that's fine because we're going to talk
Okay.
about it in a minute.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so the center of the community that we're getting at is the music. The music center of the
Music,
community.
yes.
You play the music, the people will come.
People will come.
And Kevin just
So
said
if
something.
you build it, they will come.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the part.
And
yeah.
Kevin just brought something up. If you want to go ahead and like touch on that, you know.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, even like scooters, usually like the guys that come in there
Oh,
that
God, scooters.
supposedly
Fuck.
that
That's how
play
we all
music.
met.
Well,
brought us all
supposedly,
together.
I say supposedly they play
Really?
music.
That's actually how y'all met?
Yes.
Was at
Oh,
Scooters?
Scooters was brought us all together.
The last time I was at Scooters was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say.
Shout out to Adam. He's done a great job at
Yeah.
Scooters, and he's turning that place around.
Shout out Ashley.
Good,
Ashley,
good.
she's the
Ashley,
best.
our bartender.
I hope so.
They've
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope
Don't
so.
quote me
like-
guys if you hear this, but about 9
Okay,
months
so-
ago they took over the club, and it's phenomenal now.
Yeah.
I will also say we're all kind of getting a little excited and having a good time. Just don't get too close to the mics, otherwise we peek out. So
like, even like, you know, scooters usually, there's 2 or 3 guys that come out and play out, and it's Keith, whatever that one guy's name is. Sean, and then there's Ronnie. And the other 2 guys, Ronnie just plays Spotify, not shitting on him because he plays good music.
anyway, we're not bad mouthing anybody.
Exactly. And then Keith comes out and he plays some remixes and whatnot. He actually does some other stuff, and like it's never been like that with everybody I've talked to there. They've
what's your
never
point?
heard anything like that. So it's just cool to hear some different stuff and whatnot
Gotcha.
on music. And so that's why I'm excited to actually come out to Medicine Park and hear what he's got to play. And everybody else as well.
So just out of, you never answered the question. Did you drive? You live in Lawton.
So I actually live in Marlow now, but I used to live south of Lawton.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Western Oklahoma, is where I was born and raised at.
So basically, you came for this podcast.
Pretty much.
There you go. You've been trying to build that up all. You got it. You got it. You got
I
it.
fucking love it.
You got it.
Actually, I fucking love it.
Love it.
Where you come from?
Marlo as well. This guy is actually bumming on my couch at the moment.
My couch, actually. My couch.
I'm switching couches, okay?
He's a switch hitter in general.
Wait, we okay. So
I'd have a beer for whoever's sitting by the fridge.
It's
What do you want?
your place, his couch.
A
He's
real beer?
bumming.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Somewhere along those lines.
Bottle or can?
I grew up in Marlow. I've been here.
Did you?
I've been here all my life. So
Nice.
that's small town life.
It is.
I was very
It
excited.
is.
I've been wanting to get into
Thank
the
you.
podcast thing for a long time. So when Charles, brought up this podcast here, I was extremely excited for it, and
Right.
I've been looking
Right.
forward to this for a week and a half.
And actually, I put on our group today because we have a podcast group with because we're not the only hosts. We have JP, we have AJ. On occasion, we have Bash. So we have other hosts. So I put on the group. I was like, God damn, I'm so looking forward to this tonight.
Oh yeah, I've
This
been
is
pumped up
this
about
is
it for a
one I've
week.
been looking forward to since last week when we talked to
Really?
you at Sidebar. I really have been looking forward
I'm
to it.
honored. I've been looking forward to this. I've watched your podcast. Like the Danny Swole podcast was like, holy shit! You got Danny Swole up in here, and I didn't know you knew him. I didn't know you worked out with him.
Yeah, we
so
go to the
you're
same gym, yeah.
you're doing big things. So I'm like what you said earlier on your post. Like we just got to support each other with local things,
Yeah.
So I'm very honored to be here, and I'm honored to have you guys come to our show. Like this is going to be a one of a kind event that you guys are going to be a part of.
Yeah, no, and we look forward to it. Like, we want to be part of it. We would love to be, like, just even if it's just another view of where it goes.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be awesome.
I can't say that we'll be there for like 3 to 12
Oh, I
live,
would get it. Yeah.
but a few hours at some point I think would do well for both of us.
Oh, absolutely. And going back to what Keith said, like this whole event in itself, like it's really cool. In the sense of like playing off local and like using local, like back home, like there's never like I've never really seen an event or been a part of an event or like helping organize an event like this, right? And like being able to say like, okay, hey, like we're talking to a guy in Nashville who has like a lights display. And he said, I'm gonna make the trip to come all the way here and help put this on for the like to do this.
Yeah.
We sent him a picture of like the stage. He's like, I gotta see this, and like it's like the whole thing going back to the fact it's like it's an indie, it's like an indie, it's like not really indie, but indie in a sense. Like why would you saying like a cock tease, right? Like it has the potential here to become a destination and to create that scene, like what you were talking about earlier. And like that's your sense, like
It's creating a community.
Create that community and then like build off that local bond, because you build those local connections, like kind of like what you're talking about. Like you've been here your whole life and there's been nothing like this, but you're excited to be a part of it because it's something new. It's
Absolutely.
like I want to check this out.
So the other question I have, excuse me, the other question I have is, what do you actually expect from?
This is gonna sound crazy to you.
We already have ticket sales coming
Yeah,
in.
so-
That's what I was getting at.
Yes,
What do you
so
expect from
my
your
expectations?
performance?
My expectations from this are actually like this is gonna sound crazy. I have none. Like the way I see it is like I'm going out. I'm gonna give it my all. If it succeeds, fantastic. Like that means I can say like, hey, I had a great time doing this. I had a great time putting on show. Because at the end of the day, it's about the music. It's kind of like what you were talking about earlier. When we build it, they will come.
Yeah.
If we do a good job, people will talk about it and be like, hey, this is awesome. I want to experience something like this again.
Right.
At the end of the day, like. Just a simple business card. I enjoy just sitting down, just mocking this up. Like it's a change of pace
Right.
from work. It's a change of pace of doing something different.
Right.
And it's like
Yeah.
just in that sense alone. Like if it succeeds, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. You say, damn, well, we tried our hardest, and like this is what we created.
All right,
Like, we
so
brought
so
it
your
together.
best estimate, Chuck. Give us a projection. How many people do you project will come?
What is your projection?
I know the ticket sales already.
I can
No?
say minimally. I'm gonna say minimally 100, but I'm gonna expect probably around like 500, maybe more.
So
Okay.
what is your goal for the future?
So my goal when I first sat down talk with Keith, was basically get his name out there. Because that's what I did as a promoter. That's what I did back home. Was like, hey, if there's local artists, like local guys, it's maybe like high school bands, that kind of thing. Like get the name, get the exposure, get people out there. Right. This is going to put Keith on. It's definitely going to get his recognition up. Right. In a sense too, like my art too. Like I like to draw. This is what I like to do right here. Already, you guys.
Well,
like,
it's-
these cards are badass.
It's a whole encompassing thing.
Yeah, it all comes together, and like tying those things together, like basically just getting out there, just doing something. That's basically it.
So what is your goal of attendance?
My goal of attendance, like attendance wise, number wise, we set a goal of about getting 1,000 people out there.
Okay, so
That's our number.
he said you're
Our goal is 1,000. We're projecting 1,000.
Yeah.
Like we can easily say we're projecting 1,000 because we already have 584 tickets sold.
So why do we want to? Hang on.
Holy shit, I didn't know.
Actually, I'd like to ask you.
Yep.
Why would you like to see 1,000 attendees?
I think both these guys deserve it, honestly. I think it'd just be awesome to just something new.
Well,
honestly.
I'm gonna stop you for a second. I think your answer is wrong, and we're probably gonna get hate mail for this. Well, I mean, these guys are gonna perform
Yeah,
at
most
some
definitely.
points as
Most
DJ.
definitely.
Okay, but they're setting it up. They're running it.
Yeah.
It's not these guys that
We have
deserve
a
it.
mic stand. That's what I'm looking for.
It's in everything.
Yep.
What do you think?
Cases, where's that other mic stand at?
I think it's in the middle one.
Well, what was it one more time?
The projection versus performance.
Okay, so I think I think Lawton, Oklahoma is going to bring the house. I think there's a lot of people here that are into this stuff that they just don't have anywhere to go with it.
Right.
I also think Edmond, Oklahoma is going to bring the house. I think Blanchard, Oklahoma is going to bring the house. I think Purcell's coming. I think we've got a lot of potential around here and just not a lot of places to go with it.
There's no venue.
There's no venue.
There's no venue. I will admit there is no venue.
The performance, I've heard these guys perform and it's great music. So if we've got 584 tickets sold already, say nobody else shows up besides those 584 people.
So you're good with that?
No.
Okay.
The goal is 1,000. I want 1,100. I want 1,200. I want to break that profusely.
We'll drink to that. We'll drink to that.
But what I'm excited for is the next one.
Okay.
I'm excited for the next one. No matter
So-
who shows up at this one, I know that they're going to have a great fucking time.
So
and I
the
know they're
planning
gonna come back to
phase,
the next one.
the planning phase for the next one has already started.
Uh,
Is that a true
Yes,
statement?
in a
Can I
sense.
get a little?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say anything just for the viewers, but it's gonna be called the Silver Star Night, and the next one will be here soon after this one. And it's gonna the Silver Star Night.
It's gonna be a follow-up concert.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I mean, it is what. Anyways, we were talking about, like, actually, like, the important shit that you guys are here for.
Yeah, electronic music, guys.
And then fun
Electronic
call happened.
music.
So back to your EDM. So you guys are good on not good, but you guys 584 sales or 82
yeah,
sales.
we're
whatever it is.
projected 1,000.
So
at this rate.
you have some sales,
We already have a few
and
sales. We
you
have
still
a few
got a couple of
reservations.
weeks till sales.
This was your
Yep.
first day of sales too. On top.
It was a second day of sales. So most of the ticket sales are reservations, and they're projected to be for the event because we're waiting
Okay.
for like payday. But yeah, 584 already so far, and we have more activity. I have a couple of reels already out there that have like 3,500 views. So just online, we made it on Eventbrite.com. We also made it on EDM Train for all you underground ravers. Like we're on EDM Train, guys. I just messaged Disco Donnie Presents, so hopefully they pull through. But this is going bigger than what
Last
we
little bit of
really
beach.
expected.
Come on, Ace.
Also, I just got a message a couple minutes ago. We're going to be on a radio station here in the local area. So we're going to have a commercial play on 98.7, guys, Lawton, Oklahoma.
You make sure to throw us out there on that fucking commercial whenever you guys are doing it.
Yeah, no.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm a DJ, but I'm doing more promotion than anything on this.
This dickhead tricked me. He tricked me.
Bush Light, guys.
You almost grabbed another one.
The apple. That was Peach. The
It's
Peach guy.
peach. Oh my god! This dickhead tricked me.
I mean, it's still Bush Light. It's just Bush Light peach.
What a peach. So good. Yeah, you drink that manhood.
You shouldn't have to chase beer with beer.
Do I look like yes, you do look like you give a fuck. Dillagaff.
I will punch you in the
Now
face with
it's
this.
I said, just hit him in the
Now it's
head.
does it look like I'm going to hit you with this mug?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is
So Keith, man, if
Man.
we blow your
You asked for it.
if we blow your goal of 1,000 people out of the water, you said you have 3,500 views on your reels.
Yeah.
If we blow this out of the water, what do you think could happen?
a riot.
question.
No, it's
Good
honestly
question.
it's going to turn into like
Good
EDC
question.
tomorrow. Like EDC Vegas, Tomorrowland started off
Yeah, but that's
with
Vegas.
us.
I mean, are we going to be underwater here?
Huh?
Are we going to be underwater if 3,500 people show up?
What do you
Yes,
mean? Like
That place can't hold 3,500 people, but if they did, it'd be bad.
Actually,
It will be packed. We're looking at riot.
She wanted
there are some of the festivals that they hold and they do live bands have held, and it's not everyone in
So
front
she
of the
doesn't wanna
stage.
come
You know, it's
just hang out
folks
at the
down the
podcast?
street and
It's something I can talk about on air, but yeah.
up the street, down the street, and just hanging out. It's not everyone in front of the stage.
Right,
So
they don't necessarily have to be wrapped around the stage, but
there is a potential for a lot of people. I can't give a number.
we're 2 days deep and we've got 600 tickets sold.
Yeah.
You're expecting 1,000 people. I mean,
We're-
what happens on Friday on
well,
Friday?
hang on. Let's go back to the specifics of it before we get into that.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go in like 20 minutes.
Did you drive
You
yourself?
have to go in 20 minutes.
Oh, well, good. Then you can fuck off.
You getting your dick sucked?
Where are you going in 20
Maybe.
minutes?
Maybe.
Where are you going in 20 minutes?
She
Is
didn't
anybody
want to on
going?
the podcast.
Bro, you on a podcast.
So I guess some background. I guess some background.
Is
Anybody?
anybody
This is bad. This
is
is
anybody going with you?
And guess what?
Girl.
Scooters. This is
This
reality.
is
Really?
good. I better shoot. She was
Really?
fine as hell. Like she was like 10 out of 10. Like looked great, right? Was talking to her solid for like 2 weeks. Out of the blue, she like for no context or reason. Like we had like it was like 20-day streak.
Are
going.
you sure you want to go live with that?
That's what I said. I told him
It'll be
earlier.
okay.
Just let it go.
Hey guys,
No.
in the comments, what do you think? I want to hear about this in the comment section.
They keep saying they can't hear us. That's what I'm trying to figure out. They don't. Well, it's not that they can't hear us, but they don't know what we're talking
Can you
about.
hear he's about to leave a podcast for a booty call? He says 10 out of 10. Let's take a poll.
I could make one.
Let's interact with his chat.
I can make one.
You know what she looks like?
No.
Show us a picture.
That's a
Wait.
between
Show us a
Do-
picture right
do
now.
you
Yeah,
know
we need
what
to see
she
a
looks
picture of
like?
this.
You know what she looks like.
Yeah, you've seen her
This
before.
is the
You
girl in the
told
white dress that,
Jaden.
Oh.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're a podcast, bro. I mean, it's good, but it
Hey.
ain't that good.
Drax, real quick, can you send me the link so I can share it with
Yeah.
my followers?
Yeah,
I can just do
I
that
think I
real quick.
can.
That's it.
Let's see.
Let's hear the Aces rule. Let's hear the ruling.
No.
Nah.
She's hot, but no.
I mean, we're bouncing off Saloon Scuffle for that, man.
Yeah, and actually, I was going to say the same thing. We're bouncing off a saloon scuffle for that. Seriously.
Tell her to slide through.
I've been trying. I was trying, but she said it's the only time.
If she doesn't want to come here, just tell her to
She's
hang
in my
on
place
for a
already.
few
That's what I
hours.
did. That's what I said. I told her to sit there. So like, just chill. I'll be there. She was like,
Yeah, just chill. I'll be there.
We're gonna do a pool party tonight.
At some point.
She's okay, but
Wait,
Pool has no
wait.
water.
I
My pool has no
have
water. They
all
drained
my.
my pool.
Are you going to do a pool party?
So we threw an impromptu pool party
I know that
last
was
week.
loud, Drax. I apologize.
We threw an impromptu pool party last week.
Come on, you're talking.
Get closer to the mic.
Am I good? Is it good?
There you go.
There you go.
So we threw an impromptu pool party last week. We had a great reception. Like people loved it, right?
Okay.
This week I got an email in my inbox that said pool is being scheduled for maintenance. I'm like, oh whatever, right? The pool's been drained now for 3 days straight, and they have not filled it up yet.
Okay.
So we can have a pool party, but there's no water, so I don't really know what.
I have skateboards and rollerblades. Let's do this.
They will evict me from my apartment.
You're the only one that lives there.
okay, wait. We could do a live.
Keith, you should have it.
You
We
want
could
it?
do a live from the pool.
We could. I mean, I'd be down.
Well, no,
we-
I'm
you
going
can't.
skinny dipping. I'm going
You
fuck
can't.
Hey, you're
We
going to be
could.
busy in the meantime.
You guys know the history.
Everybody's saying
You
they can't
guys
hear
know
us.
the
I hear us
history
just
here.
fucking fine.
Yeah, I
Through your
heard it.
loud ass goddamn phone. If you guys are saying you can't hear us, that's your own fucking fault. Because I heard it just fine through secondary.
But what route are they taking to
Apparatuses.
get there?
Apparatuses.
We haven't forgot you.
We're still stuck on you leaving in 15 minutes for
Yeah.
a booty call.
You know what? Just leave now.
You know what? Give me the headphones. You don't
Get the
deserve
fuck
them.
out. Just get the fuck out.
Man, it's not even.
It is fair.
It is fair.
It
It's
is
not
fair.
It is fair. It is fair.
It's
It's
fair
not
on our part.
It is fair. You know what? I don't know. I'm very like you guys know the history here. You especially know the history.
But we don't know the history, and to be honest,
I can't.
we don't give
I don't
a
kick you.
fuck.
I don't expect you to. I won't expect you to. It's all like
But you came to be a guest.
I did. I'm being a bad guest. I apologize.
It's terrible.
I apologize.
Get out.
Horrible.
I absolutely apologize.
It's either get the fuck out now, not even wait 15 minutes, get the fuck out now, or just stay and tell her, sorry.
Man, if she wants it that bad, she'll be there in an hour. Yeah.
Unless you're having a
hours.
pool party, and if you're having a pool party, we'll just move this to the pool party.
No. Guys, this podcast is taking a turn.
Let
Oh,
Drax
here we
talk
go.
to her.
He just talked to you 4.5 minutes ago. He will be there, and you can put things in your mouth.
Does she know you're in a podcast?
We're live.
We're live.
We're live.
I told her that.
She wants that.
No way. There's no way.
You
right?
answer it this time and see what she says.
Chuck, it ain't that good.
Hello?
Fucked up.
What did you just say to me?
That wasn't me. That was
I said he will be there in a few minutes, and you can put stuff in your mouth, and then I hung up the phone.
Right here. Hey, I got work too. Can I put my laptop right here?
That's fine.
Jaden, I'll be there. I'm on a podcast right now.
Yeah, he's on a podcast.
It's a pretty badass podcast too. You should come. You could be on the podcast too.
I mean, you could have.
Your place, no.
Oh.
I'll see. You want me to send you Addy where I'm at right now?
Oh.
Oh my god, how far away is it?
It's 10 minutes. Not even.
I'm parked in your spot.
Oh.
It's been a floor.
Dude,
Come on. Come here.
Come here. I'll send you Addy.
Come here.
Yes, come here.
Real for
Yes.
real.
For real. Absolutely for real. I'll send you Addy.
Well, this.
All right, you ready? I'm sending it to you.
We need a hot chick
You know
on
what?
this. We need a hot chick on this.
It won't
I'm
hurt.
sending it to you.
It won't hurt, right?
No, we're not.
It won't
It's
hurt
okay.
anything.
That'll be all
You're
right.
pretty, but you're not hot.
Then that's all right. All right, I'm gonna send you Addy. All right.
See, you're pretty not. That was good shit.
All right.
I just want to apologize. My laptop's out. I have like some work to do for this event because it's actively
She's
going
coming,
on.
so I don't know the address of this place.
And I turned it
Yeah.
up out of the way.
I screenshot it.
So our live viewers.
So how are we doing live?
Live.
I haven't even
we-
looked, to be honest.
We have a couple,
We have a
but
couple.
we got to talk into the mics, or they can't understand what we're saying because of the delay
We're
with
gonna be on the
Facebook and all that.
podcast.
He said that
Come
he,
through.
Okay, boys,
buddy we talked to earlier.
gentlemen.
You guys hear me? When we're actually saying something not necessarily important, just talk into the fucking microphone. Because the live people can't understand what anybody's saying.
So here's a question. for
Not
you.
that much.
Maybe you
He
too.
said he can give
So
me
what-
a mic easy.
Here's a question. I heard. Here's a question.
It's for you. It's
Okay.
when you said you were like back in the day when you're like a biker, like the biker scene, you're going through into EDM con. Where did you go and who did you see? Like just like what's the history on like what was your introduction? I guess I could say to that scene. Like how did you get involved?
I got involved with it. My dad was in the army. We got shipped around the world. When I got involved, I was preteen to teen, and we lived in Germany. Then we moved to the United States. I didn't hear anything for probably another 2 or 3 or 4 years. And then I became an emancipated minor, and I just started just looking for something different. And that was one of the things I found different. I don't. Okay, as an adult now, I love the Nordic metal.
Yes. Okay.
I love the Russian metal.
So like,
I don't
so like
understand it.
Blood on the Snow, like Wardruna, yeah, High Lung,
Vortex.
Okay, okay, all right.
I love that. I also have one of our somewhat time hosts, Hellboy,
Okay,
is very much into death metal,
okay,
and he's very much into the screaming, yelling type metal. I don't know all the different classifications. I'll be honest, I don't.
okay.
But as far as music at
Builds community, builds a sense.
those type of notes, that type of classification, because I do personally classify techno and house, rave music on a similar classification as the death metal or the rave metal. and there is a rave metal
Yes,
culture,
absolutely.
which is what actually a lot of us listen to, like the Who.
Classic.
Yes.
Okay.
Classic.
They're going to be, and I sent Drax
First
this,
off, which who?
the WHU.
I was gonna say the who or the who.
No, yeah, WHU
Doctor.
is going to be in
No, I'm talking about
Dallas.
the fucking, the Mongolian.
The Mongolian-
the Mongolian throat singers.
Yeah, those singers
are
Those dudes are
going.
badass.
They're going to be in Dallas next month, and I sent him the link, and he was like, "Oh fuck yes!" So now we're trying to figure out the money to go.
Oh, so so my reason to ask you, just from a marketing perspective, like something I find interesting is like before, like when I was I was doing promotion, right? You set your like what you're doing to like a very specific genre and a very specific like group of people. Like you like get to
Yes.
you at your market, right?
Yes.
Something of those
Look at your
is-
market.
some-
Look at your target audience.
Something that I found so interesting with EDM is the fact that like in like when I was telling you about that underground scene Flux, and I think you would like it. Even like you
Right.
now you'd be going.
I haven't looked it up yet.
You'd be. I think you go and you'd be like, this is badass. You go and be like, this is cool. Is the fact that like you can EDM is one of the few things I've experienced music wise that you can take people from all backgrounds, all different types of genres, and say, hey, this is a cool experience. I'm gonna come together and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna check it out. And that's something that like I have just from a marketing perspective in and of itself, especially around here, I think is really, 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 really cool.
What gets me is that it's not new.
No.
It's a modernized version.
Yes.
Where the fuck are you going?
Right here.
He's gonna take pictures. You just
Okay.
focus on yourself, Ace.
God damn.
I'm like, if he's got to go to the bathroom. I mean,
He's leaving too.
so anyway,
You have booty call too?
it's a modernized
Did
version
you get a booty
because it's not new. I hear the concept a lot of times. We got this new thing. It's new. No, it's not new. Everything comes back around.
There's nothing new under the sun, so that's
Right.
how it goes.
In this aspect, with this kind of music, and Keith did play some
Right.
samples for us,
Most new things crack under the pressure anymore. So
and Keith played some
I'm ready for
samples
pressure.
for us while we were at Sidebar that night recording and going live. He played some samples, so I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm a pseudo drummer.
Okay.
he's got a bongo that he says is not a bongo, but you play it with your hands, so it's a fucking bongo to me.
Fuck off. It's not a bongo.
It's not a bongo.
If you play with your fucking hands, it's a bongo to me. God damn it.
Well, to him, it's a bongo. Anyway, so I look at a concept of is it something that this area
Monkey arms.
is going to
Appreciate it.
support, and you guys think it is going to support it?
I mean, ticket sales that exceed expectations. I'll say straight
So-
up. That's far. That went far and above what I
Then-
was expecting.
And it's the next question is where's it going to go in the future?
I mean, really, if you
We're
think
not
about it, though,
Not hopes and dreams. Not hopes
so
and
I'll
dreams.
tell you straight up from like what I can tell you right now. Keith and I aren't going anywhere. So if we're doing like when we do it again, which there is something. In
Yeah,
the
but you
works.
could get PCS'd.
Yeah, I'm not. So I just got stationed here. I got arrived here in April.
so you're good for at least 2 years.
3 years.
Oh, 3. Oh, see there.
Okay.
So
And
I'm not
Keith?
going anywhere.
Keith?
We're going to exploit
So
you to
I just got
promote us,
here,
too.
and then
I
I'm
got
going to
you.
be in def.
Got you.
I could stay here.
You're in def? Okay.
I'm going to be in
Okay.
def.
So you're in def. Just let it be at that.
Yep.
So we have two guys that are willing to support this. Gentlemen,
Kevin, Lucas.
I think it's got a future.
In
here.
Invisistash.
You think-
and,
why-
and
why
Worm.
does
Stash.
why do you think 70 porn stash?
That will always be in style. My mustache will always.
Badass.
It will never die out. The EDM track around here, I think that has a future here, because like I said at the beginning of the podcast, I have zero background in this area, in this music. I've
Right.
never been to a rave. I've never been to an EDM concert. The people that I talk to every day, I've let
Right.
know about this concert, and the upwards of 20 to 25 people that I'm close to, that I talk to every day, same kind of background as me, they're interested, but they've never had anywhere to do it.
Okay.
So people from Marlow, Duncan, tiny little towns, which is what Oklahoma
Chadwick.
is. which is what Oklahoma is.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got
It is
Oklahoma City.
it is a whole ton of tiny little towns.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and then the rest of the population lives in towns like Marlow and Lawton. I mean, Marlow is significantly smaller than Lawton, but from that range,
Right.
you know, and people travel for stuff that they love, and if they're passionate about music, like most of us are, in some way or another, whether it's this genre or another genre, the people that are passionate about this music will travel for it. They'll
Or
be
just
here.
something new in that nature.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, the same way that me and Kevin travel for rodeos and cowboy type shit that we're into, they're going to travel for music and, you know, and that kind of atmosphere that they're into. And that area is growing quickly, especially around the Edmond area, the Shawnee area. You know, Oklahoma City's getting bigger every day, whether it's named Oklahoma City or not.
Right.
It's more than Bricktown. It's more than Bricktown, and a lot of
It
people
is.
fail to see that.
It
you know.
is more than Bricktown.
Midwest City, Dell City, those places are they're under constant development. And I think that growth is going to trickle down here, straight down 44.
Yeah, and I agree with that. So I'm from Choctaw, which is
Yeah.
just east of Midwest City, you know, Dell City, on Oklahoma City, all those places. And even since I moved here in 2017-ish, and I spent a couple of years where I didn't go back home other than just going to get my daughter. So I'd go get her and I'd fucking bounce. You know, we'd come back here. And I've seen a lot of just growth in general. Like, there's a Walmart
why I don't
that's
do that.
a mile and a half from my house, my old house.
We have guys that
We this.
pay attention
No, I had to.
guys
Like, there's a Walmart,
those guys will respond.
the big, goddamn, what's it
I don't
called?
pay attention.
No, it was like a grown-up arcade. 'Cause, like, there's all kinds of shit that's there now that didn't used to be there. There's a Warren Theater in Midwest City.
I call the grown-up arcade the casino, and I
The
spend
grown-up
way too
arcade?
much,
I mean, you
way
can-
too much money.
You
in
can
there.
do that at this place too, but you don't win anything from it.
No,
other
hell
than
no.
like tickets. But
Get a free hotel room once a month.
So who? My buddy Sean just joined the chat. He's a DJ
Nice.
at this event. His
That
name
guy?
is Evo. Yep, Sean Evans.
Sean Evans?
Yes.
Hey, Sean Evans.
How you doing, Sean?
Shout
Evo?
out.
He's one
Shout
of the-
out.
He's the guy that got us to stage and pretty much started this tumbling snowball of effects.
Wait, is he from here?
Yes, he is a
He is.
local native. Yes,
Yes.
and he's a phenomenal DJ.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Well, fucking beautiful. Thank you for coming on, Sean Evans. If you would like to come on or come by, contact one of us and we can
yeah,
make that
especially if
happen.
you're here in town, we can make room. We can.
We can make that happen. Yeah, we just pull up another chair.
Luke's got room on his lap. It's all right. You can fit.
So we got one we're going to talk to, and nothing against you two, by any means. Nothing against you two.
Oh, that's fine.
I just wanted to know what their perspective on this was, because that's going to come to draw.
Yeah.
Okay. Draw versus stay and continue.
I agree with Luke 110% what he said. I mean, we've talked about it several times, and we both agreed. We see a lot eye to eye on things, and so that's,
answer.
like I said, we agree eye to eye.
Okay.
You shaved your balls for this. I mean,
So
Wait, who
something
shaved their
to-
balls for this?
Sean did. Sean Evans. He shaved his balls for this.
Hey, somebody else is in the chat. I have to give a shout out to him, but it's
Crap.
Adam, the owner of Scooters. He's a guy that's helped me out tremendously with helping me DJ at his venue.
I
Oh, he
mean,
hadn't said anything yet.
Is Adam
We-
on this right now?
Adam's on it right now. Yeah.
we could do.
He is a guy that is
CW
turning that
Scooters.
place around. Yes.
I mean, we could do a live.
I'm glad-
from.
I'm glad
some
somebody's
scooters.
turning scooters around, because up
Yes.
until about 3 years ago, I'd been in more fights in scooters than I'd been to scooters.
I am the guy that if somebody's talking about scooters, I'm like, no, that place is awesome.
Yeah.
I hate when people talk bad about it. I love that
They
place.
didn't give us all
that
the
is
info.
my-
So how about this?
Every
Wait,
time, yeah.
wait, guys. How about this? How about we do a live from scooters with everyone here, So our show, y'all show.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I'd love it.
Most
Let's do it.
definitely.
We're willing to do a live from scooters with
I mean, it's
all
got
of us
it's up to
involved.
the owner, apparently.
So shameless
We're
plug.
hang on. We're willing to do a live from scooters with everyone involved currently.
Yeah.
So there's no bad press, there's no whatever whatnots, and it's up to the owners.
So another shameless plug. Me and Evo, DJ Evo, are going to do Saturday night at Scooters for a country remix night. All your favorite country music remixed into your favorite dance songs. Saturday night, me and him will be playing open to close.
Now-
So go ahead and be there.
Now keep
Drink
it-
specials all night.
Am I going to be able to move? Am I going to be able to move, or are you going to play the slow shit?
Oh, you're gonna
I was
move.
gonna say
Yeah.
is any
You remember
is-
that pool party? No, you
I'll
don't.
wait
You were
for the
drunk.
request.
Wait.
I got you.
Okay, you also come from my age. Is it gonna be dance music?
Like, I want to actually be able to
Like
dance.
my kind of dance?
Yeah,
You will dance all the alcohol off. I got you.
You'll be
You'll
able to
sweat your
dance.
balls off.
yeah.
You will be.
In
You will be.
reality,
You
you
will be sweating your
Swing,
balls.
double
Yes.
swing,
Absolutely.
waltz.
Everything.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Two teams.
Yes.
Like, I want to
Micro
actually be able to
waltz,
move my
yes.
feet. I don't want to have to half step
I said
all
he
night.
knows
As a
exactly
New
what
Yorker
I'm
who
talking
came here and didn't know how to do any of that aside
Hey.
from the walls, I picked it up. and
He's
yes,
done well.
His favorite dance is I learned to pick my fingers up off the ground when I walk.
Or
That's his
dirt.
favorite dance. He does it every day.
Oh shit.
Just saying. Just saying.
So talking
I've known
about
you long enough.
what you were talking about earlier, Aces.
Hi, Ash.
Yeah.
You know, if the area was going to take to it as well. When I first heard about this event, that what these guys were putting on, I was
Yep.
behind them simply because I was their friend. I'm
Right.
behind them now because I believe it's a success. After watching, I mean, that was a severe shock to me when he told me that we'd already pre-sold 584 tickets. That
2 weeks out.
That's awesome. Actually,
that caused
that's
me so
pretty
much
badass.
We are
I
2
thought
weeks
that
out.
was-
I don't know if you heard that, Sean, but we've already selling tickets. All right, so
Sean,
Yep.
that helicopter better be badass, bro. Just saying.
Are you the one flying down the fucking helicopter?
yes, he is the DJ flying on the fucking helicopter.
We're not talking about the helicopter.
Oh no, we are right now because he's in here. I want to know. Can I come in the helicopter? This is what I want to know.
So
Can I? Nope. Wait.
We're
Let
not
me rephrase
talking-
that. Can I ride in the helicopter? Not
not-
jerk off and come in the helicopter.
Oh,
We're not talking about the helicopter. Okay, go ahead.
So when I first heard that they were putting on an EDM event in Medicine Park, I was behind them simply because these guys were my friends from the bar. They started as friends from the bar. They're good buddies now.
Right. Yeah, that's how
And
I
I,
know
I was
Keith,
kind of
so.
nervous, right? Like, I was kind of nervous at first, thinking that we didn't have the area for it. After watching this take off in 2 days,
I say 2 days. We literally did
fucking
both
days.
nights.
Right.
now I'm pumped, right?
Okay.
Like, now we're advertising. Now
So
I'm calling people. Now I'm
you're
networking.
you're absolutely confident that this is gonna not just pull off, but roll on forward.
I think we need a lot more room for the next one.
110%.
Well, then start looking for it.
Yeah, I think that Keith and Charles need to plan for more room for the next event.
I mean, check Walters. There's some really big places in Walters. There's some other places. So
Aces,
so you're confident.
I'm not calling you old by any means. I'm not calling you old by any means.
You better not.
Yes, just say, just right his
I know
ass.
what you're
Go
gonna say.
ahead.
I know
You're
what
new.
you're gonna say. I know what you're
Hey,
gonna say.
You're new.
You're
I know
pretty,
what
you're
you're gonna
not.
say.
Just remember, as much shit as you talk, we're gonna give it back.
100%.
So much
I know
more.
what he's gonna say though. It's not shit. He's gonna
All of
he's
it.
gonna give it.
We're gonna give
Yeah.
all of it back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that pasture parties have come a long way since you were a kid. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
but what's wrong? What's wrong with the pasture party?
That's where I'm going with it. When we talk about Medicine Park and everything from there,
I gotta wait a minute.
There's a delay.
There's a delay. There's like a
Damn,
20-second
Michael
delay.
Jesus.
And a Super Bowl.
so talk about covering a lot of ground from a pasture party. You know, talk about what it talk.
Well, I mean, you come from the country.
Hang on, I was
side of
busy
country.
We
adjusting
pastor
shit.
party.
What the fuck did we talk about? A pastor party? Like
Yeah.
that just sounds like people are going to prison.
And they do. So what it is basically is everybody pulls their trucks into a field and we all back them into a
Oh,
circle.
a pasture. I thought you said pastor.
No, not with a collar.
Okay, there we go.
Got it. It's noted.
Now we're on the same page.
No,
Got
I've
it.
done many pasture parties.
See, go ahead.
It was more your generation that led that charge than it was mine.
I will be honest. I will say yes.
Yeah. So by
That
my
was horse
generation,
and buggy, though.
those pasture parties were getting raided by, 10 sheriff deputies.
Well, I can't say that ours weren't because if my wife is probably asleep by now,
right.
she has to get up early in the morning. Like at 2:30 is
Right.
when her alarm goes off. So
Yeah.
she's probably in bed. I can't say asleep. She's probably in bed. But I can't say that ours didn't get raided because ours did at times. But we followed or followed. So we never got, we never went to jail, we never did anything.
Exactly.
So we were able to continue. I mean,
Exactly.
there was one time where we were out having a party and we're having a good time. We're just camping out, and this fucking geo tracker or some such vehicle, my wife will correct me, literally took a boom and just jumped off of the fucking edge of the lake out into hello, hi, how are you?
Hello.
Took a dive off into the lake and landed in the lake,
Right.
and then we helped everybody out.
But
And
you
one
didn't-
girl
you
got her teeth broke, and so
You didn't have a dozen public intoxes. You didn't have 6 or 7 DUIs
Correct.
in a night.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go grab another 2K, grab another chair.
so
Go ahead.
You have stuff on your ear.
It's okay. It's from the headset. That's the oldest headset in the room. No, we're definitely coming through the mics. So
grab one from the kitchen.
It's alright.
The ground is still there for a pasture party. It just needs to be in a controlled environment
Well-
where we're not going to have,
Correct.
where we're not. But you talk about venues and places around here to do stuff like that. You don't necessarily have to be in a venue like the Criterion in Oklahoma City or the Diamond Ballroom in
I am still that guy.
Ardmore. You just have to have a stage. You know what I mean? Something
Yeah.
something to elevate the music.
You don't even have to have a stage.
Right.
It's you have to have power. Number one.
Yeah.
And you have to have the ability to have a good time.
Absolutely.
And that's what this podcast is about, is having a good time. We've helped promote y'all's venture, but we've gone kind of beyond that. It's about having a good time.
Yes.
That is what our podcast is about. It's literally a couple guys sitting around getting drunk, talking about shit.
And can I touch on that real quick? Because this
No, I don't. Do you really want to touch
no,
my?
no homo fashion.
Absolutely.
Do you really want to touch my shit?
No disrespect to Pride Month, of course.
Hang
all
on,
that.
hang on. Wait. I have one thing to say.
What do you got?
Oh, motherfucker!
Man, damn.
So going back,
And she's like, "Crap! I came here for this."
going back to what you said, like going
Oh,
to the music.
she's
right?
turning red.
We created.
Oh,
when
I
Keith
got
and
her already.
when Keith and I came together. Like
He should have warned you before you came
I tried.
here.
I did. I did try. Reg, going back to we talking about like music and creating stuff like for the music. Keith and I really talked about the fact that we looked before even doing any of this.
Right.
We look at the fact that like there's no venue
Wanna see
here
the
live. So we
thumbs up
tried
there?
to look at buildings. We tried to look at properties and stuff that are for sale.
Right.
And the next thing is like obviously the ordinances, the city compliance. You got to think about like plumbing for bathroom, all these different things, right? And in order to do it, in order to create it, it was like where we are right now in our stages in life.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
cannot do it.
Yeah.
So think of yourself, but at the end of the day, it's like we're not trying to we weren't even really trying to create it for a profit. Like at the end of the day, yes, we need money to continue an overhead cost so we continue to operate, and just as you probably do continue to do this.
Right.
We're trying to do it because like we have a good time. That's what we enjoy. Like tying back to like this, I love doing this. This is like my thing. Like, you want me to design something for you? I got you. Keith right here, his music. That's like his hobby. We got you.
he did show me some shit at the bar one day that he was making. It was sounded pretty legit.
It's pretty. So like when you tie those things together, like you talk about earlier, like building a community, like we will build it, they will come, kind of thing. It's like you tie together those things. You tie back to the community, bring these guys together, you go back to the community, tie Investment Park. We met you guys, like all those things together. It's for like the joy of the event, like actually doing it. Like we're like here to be because we're having a good time. We're doing it because we enjoy it, type of thing. Like that's literally.
I'm going to interrupt everybody for a second. Those of you listening, I have changed settings. Can you hear us better? That's all I want to fucking know.
God damn it.
Because I've changed things around, so we should be good to go. Sounds better.
It sounds like it's coming from the camera mic.
It's not though.
These.
That's the shitty part.
Do you have a restroom that I can use real quick?
No, we don't.
Go out
We
that
don't
door,
pee.
directly to the
He
left.
said we don't be holding in, motherfucker.
We don't go to the bathroom.
He said, you're good. You just holding in.
Hey, Evo, I actively am. You have a fuck ton of them.
So we're gonna go back.
Why are you dragging that across the fucking thing? Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like,
That was
holy
loud.
crap!
Yeah.
No, you're here right now. I can see
Can we
you.
we need to get her input.
Not here.
Can we get her input?
You got a boyfriend?
Yeah, that's why I was
We can
like,
still see your
oh.
knees. We can
Come
still
on.
see your knees.
What you
We
need
can
to
get her
say?
input.
Look at the screen, sweetie. You might as well be here.
What do you think about electronic music?
What?
Get a bush beach if we have.
All right, so anyway.
at the rate we're going.
Well, if we're not gonna go that route,
You
then
need to drink a lot.
Will you show up July 15th to the EDM dance party takeover?
She'll be there.
She'll be there?
She'll be there. I'm gonna make sure she's gonna be there.
You can use a promo code that we have multiple of.
She's with,
All right,
she's
so
with me. She's with me.
those of you that are listening to us currently on the live, I'm going to end it, and then we're going to come right back. So just be prepared.
Well, end it for a minute. Okay.
Ta-da.
So are we still live or are we off?
No,
Wait,
we're
no,
off
we're
right
off.
now.
He's changing
We're taking
camera
a break.
settings because it's.
Oh, I think
Stand up if you need to. Walk around a little bit.
that sounds good.
So I'll take 200 pictures and I'll have one shot that
We're back
lands.
from a break, by the way. You can keep going. I'll edit whatever
sorry
I
about
need
that.
to down. No, you're good. I
Yeah.
wanted to get us back and going.
Having that one shot that lands, it changes the game for everything. And they say that once you start doing it professionally, it stops being about that one shot that lands and it starts being about the
Yeah.
24 that you can sell
I
to
get
the
that.
customer.
I get that.
And that's never the life I've wanted to live. You know, I
Sounds
don't
way
want to.
better.
I don't want to have to just worry about taking plain, boring pictures. I want to run
It's
this
fucked up 'cause I
camera
didn't change
in a
any
circle,
settings.
and that one still
Same
shot
thing we
that's
were on
not
earlier.
blurry is perfect. You know, and
So-
it gives me an adrenaline rush, like jumping out of a freaking airplane.
So
Have you ever jumped out of an airplane?
what?
I have
what-
not jumped out of
what-
an airplane.
What happens to making a living?
So that's where my day job comes in, and if, I would love to spend all day doing that. But
So
like
why
I
is
said,
your day job not taking pictures?
It comes down to a market problem where I'm at. I can't take the pictures that I enjoy taking. I have to be forced into a field that I
Okay.
don't enjoy.
Man, I have to
There's-
say, just because of Oklahoma in itself, Oklahoma to me is just a burden on myself every day.
He's already got a
But it is. Oklahoma is a gorgeous state.
Oh, it's
I mean,
beautiful.
obviously, there's been many songs written about it.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Like, and I'm not discrediting what you say. I'm just saying, like, why not? If you wanted to take pictures all day, like, why not get your little bit of money built up so that you can just say, you know what, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Take a month and you're just going to travel around and take pictures.
No, I love
and then
it.
you can send off the ones that you want.
Sure.
Because that's kind of what we're doing. Like so I'm not currently working. Like, so I got the opportunity. I collected a bunch of money at the beginning of the year, and that's what has so far paid for this. I'm back to looking for work because that money has run out. I mean, I paid all my house bills for 5-6 months. Didn't have to worry about anything. Bought the equipment for this, shit like that. And that's what I would like this to do.
That's right.
Like, I would like this to be able to something that I can do 2-3 times a week for 4 or 5 hours a week, and it's gonna make itself money.
Yeah.
So I get it with the, not wanting to. That's either that cow is angry as fuck or it is singing its heart out. But I like the picture.
It's singing the heart out.
So how would you like to pay your bills?
I have dreamed of that my whole life. I've applied to Nat Geo.
That
I've
doesn't
applied-
answer my question.
Off of photography.
I'm
right?
going to be that
Like,
dick.
Hands down, that would
How
be-
would you like to pay your bills?
That's a dream come true.
Is with photography is what he is
pay-
saying.
paying my
With-
bills with photography is a
with
dream come true.
photography, how would you pay your bills?
Move to Oklahoma City, market like crazy, and take pictures that I hate taking.
No,
Why have you
honestly,
done that?
I
I'm
think-
going to say no. You're
Yeah.
better off taking
Yeah,
pictures
no.
here
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you have proper landscape here. You don't have shit in Oklahoma City except for Oklahoma City.
Right.
And 16 or 17 other competitors.
Drax.
But you have to.
How many-
I would say about 50 people is what I would say. I wouldn't even say 16 to 20. I would say.
Well, I mean, I didn't look it up on Google, but
I'm just saying, like,
I'm
I
just
bet
throwing a
there's a
number
ton
out.
of them.
In general, do you have kids, Aces?
I do.
Okay.
I have
So-
kids and grandkids.
Perfect. So in general, how many pictures? I'm not counting your awesome art in here. I'm just saying, how many pictures do you think you have hanging in your house?
7.
7. Okay.
I could count them.
Less than 25, probably.
7.
Okay.
I'd say 7 of my daughter.
Right. How many landscape pictures of the beautiful state of Oklahoma do you have hanging in your house?
Hang on. I will tell you how many's on my phone without even looking at it.
Of course. Of course.
142 that I want, and they are under print
Yeah.
because I want to get them printed out because they're pictures that friends have sent me when I was in Pensacola. He said, "Hey, I thought you might like a picture of home."
You guys want more
Absolutely.
whiskey?
So the water tower that's right over here on Rogers Lane, or Wrong direction.
Yeah.
Rogers Lane, close to 32nd. That
Right.
water tower, he took a really cool picture, and it was an orange sunset with some red and some purple and some blue. He took a picture and sent it to me when I was in Pensacola helping my mom. I had that many, and I want to print them out, and I want to hang them up.
Absolutely.
That is a badass sound effect.
The problem
Sounds
is
good.
I can't
Sounds real good.
I can't sell landscape pictures to anybody besides magazines and museums.
So then change.
Magazines.
Adapt.
So
Change.
Then I get
Adapt.
stuck taking baby pictures. Baby pictures is a huge market.
Give me your
And
shot
honestly, it's a
glass.
money making business. But it's I hate it. I hate doing it.
Crystal's not over here.
Drax, that's a big shot.
And when I realized I hated doing it
Looks like a shot to me.
was when I
It's fine.
I was on
Industry
my
standard is 1.5
found it.
ounces. Higher
I
than
found
the
the
Adam.
Yeah.
That's right there.
I was on
You know
my
what they pour
fourth
at
or fifth
scooters?
set of baby
You know what
baby
they pour at
pictures.
scooters?
Yeah.
Right.
And
hope
that
it's
one
gonna
shot
happen.
never showed up. I took 100 pictures probably, and my one picture that just gets the adrenaline rushing, like that cow I just showed you.
That's your
Party
laptop.
foul.
I don't
That's
care.
a party foul.
The phone's fine. Don't worry about that. Worry about
Phone's
the laptop.
waterproof.
Yeah, phone's waterproof. Is the laptop okay?
Yeah. Laptop's fine.
So far,
Is there a towel somewhere?
it's just onto the buttons. It's fine. We need a straw so Keith can suck all the booze out.
Screw it.
I'm not worried about
Keith,
the phone
get
at all.
back after it, bud.
I'm headed that direction every day is where I'm headed with it, but
All right,
it's
Tinky Tink?
definitely a work in
Downhill, me
progress.
too.
Did you say Tinky Dink? Is what-
Tinky Tink.
Tinky Tink.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think your friend left. You'll be okay.
I know, but can I say that's like some of the worst tasting alcohol I've ever had?
Well, I mean, you could have brought some.
McGregor likes it.
I did.
so-
I brought peach. It's so good.
You brought peach beer.
Motherfucker, don't you drink Jack Daniels?
Hey Adam, you should get Bush Peach at the bar. It'll sell very well. Kevin will approve.
Hands down, like without a doubt.
Sorry about that. Yeah, we actually don't need that.
Yeah, we don't. Yes. I'm gonna take it all the way up.
Okay, so this is. I'm going to go ahead and end the podcast, the recording. We're going to continue live, and I'm going to restart a recording, and it's just going to be a bonus footage.
Okay. But we're still on?
Yeah, we're still on right now.
The live?
We're still on
you
right
stopped
now.
recording.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop. So anybody listening to this right now, you've heard all kinds of weird shit. I'm probably not going to edit this because I don't care enough to. But
the address.
we are going. Yeah, the address I will edit out.
He said,
Hey,
"It's on."
You guys don't need to know where we're at, or you could, but then you could always just
For,
message
for
us.
all
and
you
we'll probably
live
tell you.
viewers, yeah.
Yeah. So, see you fuckers later. You're all degenerates. We love and hate all of you. So,
Can I,
have a drink and go fuck yourself. Keith,
one
go ahead.
last shout out to the sponsors?
Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Remember, guys, 15 July, Medicine Park EDM takeover. We're going to have food trucks from 3 p.m. to 12 a.m. Lighting is by Firebreak Lighting. Find them on YouTube at mw.lighting.com. And again, just check us out. Come out for the show. $10 admission. Come out. Oh, and also, if you type in the Saloon Scuttle.
Scuffle.
The Saloon Scuffle.
This is not a fucking water
Discount.
scuffle.
I've had too many bushes. All right. Discount code Saloon
yeah, they're drug
Scuffle
beers.
at Eventbrite. You'll get $2 off.
No
All right.
shit.
You got a promo code, my guy.
Yeah, that's
you got a promo
awesome. That's
code.
legit as fuck.
Saloon
By the way,
Scuffle.
We didn't know about that until
By the
right
way,
now.
By the way, the Saloon Scuffle will be running live
Yep, we
for
will
a
be
couple
there.
of hours at the show.
Yep, we will be there. So, thanks for listening. Come check everybody out. Come check us out. Come say hi. Come have some drinks. Come have a chit chat. And fuck you. We're out.